Welcome to the Alamo Dome and Seminoles.com continuing coverage of the NCAA basketball tournament on the men's side. I'm Leonard, and Florida State headed to the Dome for their first practice inside on Thursday. Now, beforehand, we talked to some of the players and coaches. As a number 10 seed, Florida State could easily fall into the trap of being happy to be here. However, after talking to the players and the coaches, that is not the case with this Seminole squad.
That was one of the things we talked about in the beginning of the year, that we're not going to be satisfied with just getting here, and we want to make a run and do some damage. So in that sense, you know, we're glad we won the first two games, but at the same time, we're not just satisfied with being Sweet 16. We want to keep going.
I think they're appreciating and excited about where we are, but we're trying to handle it in a very matured way. We realize that this is one and done now, and there's a window of opportunity that we need to try to jump through, and we know we need to be at our very best in order for us to be successful.
When you talk about Virginia Commonwealth, you have to talk about their pressure defense. They will full court trap the entire game, as ball handling will be a key to Seminole success.
You know, they're a team that's going to be a combination of Clemson and Florida. That's where Coach Smart came from as an assistant. Defensively, they're going to play more like the old Clemson teams when Coach Purnell was there, and they're going to offensively play more like the Florida team does under Coach Donovan with a lot of ball screen action. So we're going to have to be on our game plan from a defensive perspective.
They like to switch up their defenses, so you know we just got to be smart and just try to score out of their press. I mean, I feel like if we can be smart and control the tempo a little bit and score out of all their presses and make them pay for it, then we should gain a good lead and try to sustain it early.
VCU is a very good pressing team. Their coach worked at Clemson, which the press was like infamous for speeding teams up and creating turnovers, and that's something we've been working on. Obviously, is breaking the press with very limited turnovers, and it's going to be very important for us to play at our tempo and not fall into their pace.
We got a tremendous amount of respect for them. They play hard. They mix their defenses. They execute offensively. They got talented players, great shooters, outstanding point guard. But they're a typical ACC type team. So we realize that we need to give them the proper respect and be on our A game in order to be successful.
After Florida State finished up their practice, there was a special presentation from Air Force Grand Chief Juan Lewis, who presented Bernard James and the entire Seminole team with these coins, which signify sustained excellence on a daily basis. These coins are a very big deal in the Air Force, and it's quite an honor for Bernard James and his Seminole teammates.
In the Air Force, it's a tradition to coin people for just excellence, going above and beyond their duties. It's mainly for I guess, like more day-to-day tasks, not so much, going out and saving 200 people in war. You get medals for that. Coins are just to kind of recognize excellence, in day-to-day form.
James also presented Lewis with a Florida State coin at the end of practice as well. Now make sure you stick with Seminoles.com as the game time is fast approaching. Follow Seminoles.com on Twitter. Make sure you check for Facebook updates as well. And of course, we'll have highlights and recap and post-game reaction after the game tomorrow night. That'll wrap up our coverage now. Elaine Hurt, Seminoles.com.